Then let's go to continuous forms. There are some common features for continuous forms. One is action is continuous. It is going on. Second feature, forms of be are used. In every continuous forms, there will be be forms. What are they? Am, is, are, was, were. That I have already told you. Was, were, past forms of be, am, is, are, present forms of be. And the third feature of continuous form is ing form of the verb is used. Ing form of the main verb is used. When you see an ing form, most probably it will be continuous forms. Continuous forms of tense. Okay, let us go to present continuous. Active, subject plus am, is, are plus ing. Why this am, is, are separately? Because am is with I, is singular, are plural. Okay. When it goes to passive, object, don't forget this, object comes into the place of subject. So I termed it here object for your understanding. Object plus am, is, are plus being plus past participle. Being is added to show that it is continuous, passive. Some example, active. I am writing a letter to my papa now. Passive. A letter is being written to my papa now. Active. One more example. Presently, our English teacher is taking English classes. Passive. Presently, English classes are being taken by our English teacher. One more example. They are watching me now. Active. Passive. I am being watched now. So in every continuous passive voice sentences, there will be being to show that the action is going on. The action is continuous. Present continuous is used to show action that is going on or continuous presently. Right? I'm reading a book. He is taking English grammar. He is looking at me. They are going home. These are all present continuous tense. Then past continuous tense. Active voice format. Subject plus was or were plus ing form. Past continuous. Passive object becomes subject. So object plus was or were plus being plus past participle. Let's go to an example. Active. I was writing a letter to my papa yesterday evening. Passive. A letter to my papa was being written yesterday evening. Active. One more example. They were taking us home last night in a car. Passive. We were being taken home in a car. Okay. Past continuous. The action that was going on in the past. Yesterday I was reading a novel when my papa came. The students were talking to each other when teacher came to the class. Example, right? Then future continuous. Active format. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus ing form. And future continuous has no passive voice. Remember this. Future continuous has no passive voice. Okay, let us go for some example. Active. I will be writing a letter to my papa tomorrow night. We shall be going to Delhi next month. This tells you the action that will be going on in future. That will be continuous in future. Right? That's why this is termed as future continuous tense. Now all continuous forms are over. Present continuous, ആക്റ്റീവ് എഴുതിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. പ്രസന്റ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് പാസീവ് എഴുതപ്പെട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. പാസ്റ്റ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആക്റ്റീവ് എഴുതുകയായിരുന്നു. പാസ്റ്റ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് പാസീവ് എഴുതപ്പെടുകയായിരുന്നു. ഫ്യൂച്ചർ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് എഴുതുകയായിരിക്കും. There is no passive voice for future continuous. Okay, is it clear to you? Okay, now we are moving on to the perfect forms. Common features, and there are some common features for perfect forms. What are they? The action is complete, finished. Second one, past participle of the verb is used. Always, in all perfect forms, past participle, that means the third form of the verb is used. And the third one is forms of have is used. Have, has, had. Any one of them will be there in a perfect tense, no doubt. So if there is a form of have, make sure that it is a perfect tense. If there is will or shall, it means it's a future tense, right? Okay. Now, present perfect, active form, active voice, subject plus have or has plus past participle. Present perfect, passive, object becomes subject, so object plus have or has plus been plus past participle, right? Okay, there is a been added to show that the action is perfect, just like being in continuous forms. Example, active, I have written a letter to my papa just now. Passive, a letter has been written to my papa just now. Active, one more example, she has brought some apples from market. Passive, some apples have been brought from market. Clear? Okay, now let's go to the past perfect. Active voice, subject plus had plus past participle. Passive, object plus had plus been plus past participle. This is active and passive voice. Active voice example, I had written a letter to my papa before I went to sleep. Passive voice, a letter had been written to my papa before I went to sleep. Okay, future perfect, the format, subject plus will or shall plus have plus past participle. That is active voice. Then passive voice, object becomes subject, so object plus will or shall plus have plus been plus past participle. In every future tense there will be will or shall. In every perfect tense there will be have, has or had. Okay, then in every passive voice, past participle of the verb is used. You know it. Okay. Example, active, I shall have written a letter to my papa by tomorrow night. A letter will have been written to my papa by tomorrow night. That is passive voice. Okay, so these are the tenses. Okay, in perfect forms the meaning will be കത്തെഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, present perfect, active. കത്തെഴുതപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, present perfect, passive. കത്തെഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, past perfect, active. കത്തെഴുതപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, past perfect, passive. കത്തെഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടാകും, future perfect, active. കത്തെഴുതപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാകും. ഫ്യൂച്ചർ പെർഫെക്റ്റ് പാസീവ്. Are you okay? Okay.